Alright guys, we're trying this new microphone out today. Just looking on the line the other day and they were 25. Mark Commodity had one on Mike's pressure washing fresh rinse. And I thought, man, that looks pretty good. And then my boy, my oldest son, bought one off Temu that same day for $7. So I realized that when I'm spraying a house and I'm talking, you hear a lot of background noise instead of me talking. So I wanted to see how well this one did. And then if so, I'm going to purchase one. Today is a super windy day, so it'll be able to tell whether, the noise cancellation works on it that well or not. Today, it's a windy day here in Tennessee, but it's about the first week of March, and I got to get equipment put in this truck bed. As you can tell here, where bleach is set on this top layer, I'm going to take off. I'm in the process. I have got my pressure washer to pull water from a tank. The only issue with that is I don't have room for 2 tanks. And the main reason for that, I only have a 4-gallon a minute machine, but the main reason I want to do that, not so much pulling the water, but to have the bypass. And if I don't have room, then I'll have to figure something else out. I have enough room here to move this shelf over, but if I do that, the ladder rack is going to be right in the way. What I want to do is move this shelf over here. That would give me plenty of room to put 2 55-gallon drums up there. The issue I have with the way I have it set up now is when I go get bleach, so I always have my mix tank up here, my pressure washer here, and then I always leave this area open because when I go get 55-gallon drums of bleach, that's where I put them. I don't have them hand delivered or anything to the house, so that's like really the only option I have. So one of 2 things is going to happen. I'm going to measure it out, which I just think that there's no way I'm going to have enough room with this shelf here, and it has to be this wide for my hose reels. As you can tell, like here is one of the holes, and like here is the other one. So it really has to be this wide, and I only have about 8 inches here that I can move this over, which I would have to redo the whole thing down there. So my plan, which when I got these ladder racks on, you can see the bolts here. Like I was like, if I get this thing to set up, and the bed's rusted here, the bed's so rusted I had to put big washers on it to keep them up. And I was like, if I get that set up, I'm not ever going to move it, because I had bolts break off in it, trying to get it put on. And I was like, if I get it set up, I'm leaving it there. But now that now that I know I can hook up a water line to my pressure washer here and be able to bypass back into the tank, and I'm going to add this year, I'm going to add a 3-way valve to rinse my downstream injector out. The reason I'm going to do that is, I'll just go ahead and show you. This is a plug from last year, and you don't know how many times I took a Brillo pad off of that and like oiled it down to make sure that it wasn't, corroded. But I mean, if you look at that, I mean, it's horrible. And honestly, I could still use it, but it's corroding on the inside, it's corroding on the outside, it's corroding there. So that's after 1 year on the pump. So what I plan on doing, I replaced that, of course, because that was horrible. So what I believe I'm going to do is, where I have this bottom section here, is just make this one solid piece, take the shelf up over the side of the bed, and I'm just going to have to suck it up and move my ladder rack over to this side. That will enable me to put 2 55-gallon drums there, one for my mix, one for my water, pressure washer here, and then I'll have enough room to have, I mean, this whole section up here will be open then. So that's my plan for now. I know that's a lot to talk about, but you know, it's that time of year. Everybody's trying to get ideas on how they can be more efficient, how they can make a skid better. And if I can fit 2 drums there with that and just be able to move that over some, then that's what I'll do. But I just don't think that's going to be possible. I think the bottom rail, the bottom frame, I'll be able to reuse, but this top piece has to be fixed or replaced, and then this top piece has to be replaced, and then so it'll be 255s a pressure washer, and then I'll have enough room here to do whatever I need to. My hose reels will set over the edge here or right at it, and the ladder rack will be on this side, which, I mean, it doesn't matter to me which side the ladder rack's on. If I can do it, you know, move it this way, I never thought that I'd end up having, or honestly, I didn't think the 4 gallon machine would pull. And then when I replaced the pump last year, it did. And so I was like, all right, it pulls water. Now I can hook up a bypass to it so I don't have to stay on the trigger all the time, because that is so annoying. You know, I'm like, say I'm here at this house and I park here and I drag all of my hose around to get started. Well, I drag all of it back this way, the gun. That way, when I get in my truck and pull it and it starts, I can grab the gun and just start shooting. Well, now I can drag that gun back around the other side of the house, let it run. It'll be bypassing into the tank, and I won't have to worry about overheating my pump. Just that's just, I'm always trying to stay on the trigger, and I'm trying to avoid that. So that's what my plan is. But you know, season's coming up. Plan on doing a lot of videos this year. Trying a new microphone out today. Trying, you know, I'm not going to like say I'm going to go all GoPro on you guys or nothing like that, but just trying to get a little bit better quality stuff. But mainly this year is just getting this truck skid set up differently, giving you my plans now, and maybe the next video I'll be able to have done something with it and be able to show you what I'm talking about. But the main thing with this video is telling you that, and just checking to see how this microphone does. It may suck once I go in and listen to the audio or the video, but we'll see. We'll catch you next time.